In this video, we're going to take an 80 horsepower electric Stark VARG and make it even crazier, stretch it out and make it a crazy beach racer. So make sure you stay tuned to see what we get up to.
I've got so many ideas as how we can make this just so fast. It's going to be awesome.
Wheel spin and wheelie at the same time.
That is not how you do that. Please muscle it up, bro. Just pick it up, it's like 100 kilos, it's fine.
This bike looks mental and rides like it is mental too. Man, Stark have cooked up with this one. Power wheelies and cameraman killing. The Stark VARG Alpha is nuts.
Pull that again?
Oh no, it's still on.
We've been working on it.
Where was that?
You said we've been working on it.
Wedged up in there.
And you got to fix the bike.
I did have to fix a bike. Thank you, cameraman. Show me your hand. Someone had a mishap.
Yeah,
The Stark VARG bites. We were going to call it Gator, weren't we? Gator the pedals.
Do you want to
Sea bass.
Sea bass. Kick it bass, sea bass.
Sea bass. You gave it beans and
You weren't straight.
you weren't straight.
You weren't straight.
And it was kind of a little bit down as well, and cold tire, and you weren't straight, and you sent it sideways and then high-sided, and then inspected about 10 metres of ground as you slid.
He tips it in. Wow!
This is first ride back after mishap. That's so funny. This thing might need a bit of warming up. Oh, so good. So good. Down with that whole shot device. So when we launch, we got the front end right down, and then it will unclip as soon as it feels a bump, and then we've got our suspension back. But by that time, we're not accelerating as hard, so we will be wheeling. Yeah.
So this is to give you more traction on the rear wheel when you accelerate.
This is so we can accelerate harder without wheeling. You know, it'd just be interesting to see how it fares, because I think if you're not on 100% battery, like flat out, I think you might struggle with this a little bit. I just don't know if you'd be able to do all of your heats on a beach race and then be able to be competitive still. Well, you turn your power up and down depending on who you're racing, right? If you're against a moped, you just whack it in 1 or 2.
In my professional opinion, 3's pretty savage.
You fucked around and found out. That's so funny.
Shits and giggles to so many giggles and shits.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now it hurts to giggle and shit.
Because I'm just seeing what I think we can kind of cross over. I think we need to make this bike look like a oh yeah, this is like the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah. We're making it look like a vintage motocross bike. Yeah. I want to use as many original CR parts as possible. I mean, my first custom bike really was a CR 500 that really got 400 motors. So if I can go back to having a CR,
Yeah.
that would be cool. CR 500 was the big boy, it was the monster back in the day, wasn't it? So I think this Alpha, Stark VARG Alpha, is the monster as well. So custom subframe, all custom mounts, 3D printed air box. I will use probably original fuel tank if I can get one, or an aluminium replica. We'll use these side panels, but they look sick. But maybe we'll change the CR for like TH. Right, that's all ordered. Battery, power management. I don't know if it's going to be.
It won't do the whole day.
I don't know if it's going to do a whole day. We need charger output 3300 watt. I'm just looking at this heavy ass generator that we've got to buy. What does it weigh? Weight 50 kilos. Are you dragging that onto the beach, bro?
Bro, that was spot on. I said 50 kg.
Are you dragging that on the beach?
Dead ass, I can.
Look at the wheels on it. So what I think we should do is I think we should get a Team New special tracked remote control vehicle.
Yeah.
We could make a rear wraparound trailer hitch.
Oh God.
Yeah, bad boy.
No, that's a kid's toy.
What? Quad bike trailer.
Yeah, it's a kid's quad bike.
Outdoor toys. Right, here we go. 41 cent. Oh, it's tiny.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Yeah.
£107. I mean, fucking hell. I've had more expensive shit. What's the worst?
What does that even mean, bro?
I've had a trailer mounted. Fucking won't be much cooler than that.
Yeah.
Do it. I think we should take a gamble because if it does turn up, I think it'd be cool as f. We'll make a custom track trailer to tow the generator.
What do you have to say to future Jody if he does get scammed?
I'm an idiot. You're an idiot.
I'm an idiot! You're an idiot!
THF.
And obviously we're going to change this to fit the CR500 shed plastics.
Yeah, but just on a standard Stark, that kind of look. Still got to add in some little touches.
Drive mango. It's a shit.
It's not that fast.
Bro's got the Dyson motorbike on the stand.
Time to get stuck in. This should be pretty easy. I think most of the plastic comes off in one piece.
Oh, I knew it was that. I just had to give it a clip.
Whoa.
Yeah.
3,000 volts of pure sickness, bro.
It's 400 volts, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's gonna sting, isn't it? Looks like a laptop to me. Stark have some very, very, very good engineers. This is very, very, very nice. Look at this. Lovely. Gonna put some shit polysport plastics on it.
The Harambe. This is like working at an Apple Genius bar over there. This is good, Stark. Well done. Nice. I like all of this. It's such a good bike.
Finished, that's it.
Well, we're halfway there.
You know what's going on?
So we sourced all the original replica parts of a 1995 CR500 and we can start looking at getting them on. So first, the fuel tank is fully sacrificial as well. It's an electric bike, so it doesn't need fuel, obviously. So let's see if we can get it looking right.
Oh, that does fit nicely, Evan. Oh, that fits nicely. Look. Yeah, told you. Told you. What I tell you? And what just happened? Yeah, look. This is a 4-minute build, by the way.
Surely not.
No, don't. There's no.
So we had to spend hours fabricating this, drilling the holes and making a bracket.
I'm bodging this up. No, there's no way. It just looks GTA Sanchez AF.
Sanchez.
That looks so sick.
I think this would shield me from the road next time, bro.
Can't believe how cool this looks already. The front end looks naughty, and with a few zip ties to hold the rear plastics in place, this bike is starting to look awesome.
How sick does that look? This is sat too high. Look at the angle on the seat. It's going to be a bit of a weird angle. So if you pull up an actual bike, see those? They're only slightly pointed down. So this will need to be cut and moved round again. Although that radiator being exposed like that,
He's going to fill up with sand.
And you'll overheat like you did at the last.
yeah. But if we put some of my leggings in, I mean some women's leggings in.
Yeah, and you get Ian to slap it
Yeah.
and spray water.
What I did yesterday, actually, just because I had a little bit of time, was I cleaned all this up underneath and made a little bit more space so it sits on this frame as nice and low as possible. And we've been using this and this here as a reference as to how it's all going to sit. So I've also ordered a factory CR500 seat, which will allow us. So the seat tied in with the subframe will allow us to get all of the proportions exactly correct, because this could sit up or down, or we can make our own subframe and everything, but you'd be guessing on the proportions. So I want this to literally sit and look and feel exactly like a CR500. Yeah. So make a 3D printed mount for the front of this the mud guard here, and also need to make a mount for that. in there, make a mount for the front piece, and then loop that round as well. So that goes in there, that goes in there, that bolts up. So that goes there. You see how there's a 2mm gap between here and here? That's the gap for this.
Wow.
So I've made some little things.
So you made a very, very, very bespoke spacer.
Yeah. Spaces.
It smells like chloroform.
Oh, guys.
Whoa.
How nice is that? Right, all I need now, Evan, you might be able to help me with this. I need some of these.
I've got nothing else to do.
Oh, this is so neat. Give it a wobble.
Dude. That's rolled.
Rock solid. Nice. The only thing we've got to do now is make a bracket that comes off of there. See that one in there? There and there. I think this was from when James inspected the floor. I was looking at it going, whoever rode this last.
It's not all the way around.
4 to 6 days later.
Which is project. Try not to get tetanus from old motocross seats. Yeah.
You found one?
That's a CR250 1990 Model C. But that seat base, I'm hoping and praying that is the correct one for the. They're so hard to find. Oh, it's sticky. Is this a later tank and we've got an older swing arm? Does this fit over the back of that then? No idea as to whether that will fit, but that looks about right.
That looks really narrow, and if you look at this one, that looks quite wide and square, doesn't it? I reckon it's this one.
I'm a rabbit.
Look at the shape.
Rabbit.
Look how square and wide that is, and that one's tapered. It's exactly the same. Look how wide it is.
Take a look at that seat.
Hold on. 1 to 3 right now.
I'm not looking.
Well,
Smells old.
That's had some middle-aged sweaty crap massaged into it. Question, Evan, if you really thought this was with your whole heart, if you really thought this was the wrong seat, why are you putting all this effort into doing this? It's not just to humour me, is it? It's because you secretly, deep down, might think that it might be the right one. Prove it wrong. Mate, is there any... Oh, it's like a foreskin.
You wouldn't know what that's like.
I don't know what that's like.
whoa.
This has been recovered many times.
Why
That nice little, you tell it.
Missed that.
Yeah, and then if you put the things back in that I popped out after you tried to convince me that I was wrong, but I was right the whole time. Just some more minor fuel tank and seat touch-ups to make sure all the proportions work correctly.
But it's been misshapen and pulled far too tight. As you can tell, because it's just look at that.
This is winning material because what you see here, you see this white stuff. That's not Colombian marching powder. That is remnants from me 3D scanning the back end of that. And the reason we've scanned it is because we're going to make some nice swing and arm extenders. And that will allow us to launch this thing because as we found, it does not stay on two wheels. Even on the beach. I know even then I think we're gonna have issue and I think we're gonna have to lower it slightly. According to Strike Seats UK, it's correct.
One trip to America later, Jody is very tired.
You're back.
Back. You look like you've been to America for the weekend, bro.
I went for the weekend. CR500 subframe. So you know how all of this fits. And at what? Spacing? That goes there. Like that. Drill this out and put an M8 with nut in it.
We ordered an original CR500 subframe and ditched the idea of building one from scratch. So this is the plan of action. Extend the subframe and join it into the cable management frame mounts that are already on the Stark.
A 6.8 drill bit. 6.8mm drill bit, wang it through, see what it's saying, because if you can just cut these and extend them, perfect.
So that's what we did. Cut and prep the subframe, and then we drilled and tapped the cable management holes to fit the subframe's 6.8mm holes, but, well,
my tapping job wasn't very good.
Evan, you haven't got sort of f***ing fine thread tap, is it?
No way.
Evan! Right, so I'll have to come back to that issue. Let's move on to making the extension poles out of some steel tubing, and well...
What?
What have you done?
It was 17mm, not 12mm.
What?
Evan, I did the classic.
Round 2. Fight.
Round 2 was a lot smoother, and we got the extensions loosely fitted and the plastics back on to see if it all looks right.
This was way easier than making our own subframe. It would take me 79 hours.
Alright, time for some welding. Removed some paint and then welded all the extensions onto the subframe.
Could do. Took a couple of these, bonded in here. Bond. Oh, nice, yeah. You can use structural adhesive. That way you never come out ever again.
Slight change of plan due to the fine tap incident, and well, also structural integrity and safety. We decided to clear these holes out, i.e. bore them out slightly, and run a through axle, putting load on the axle and not the tiny threads in the thin wall of the frame.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
This doesn't really look that nice back here, does it really?
Is it because it's missing the cover though?
I think
quite a
that,
big gap
I think that
there.
might be bent. Let's find some CR500 crashes because it might make this video more interesting.
They actually arrived.
No way.
Actually arrived. I mean, there's a little bit of damage. They've come a long way. CR trailer.
You know what the funniest thing is? Jody 100% forgot he ordered this.
Oh, I know. And am I going to wait for Jody?
Absolutely not.
No.
No.
No way.
Whoa. Go on. Let's see if you've got abs, bro.
Roll out.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage.
It's better. It's not perfect. Look.
1, 2, 3, 4 more brackets to make. No one's got me a bracket. Look. Thanks, mate. Okay. Cheers. So you just throw it over there, shut your eyes, and 7 minutes later it comes back welded.
Yeah.
That's where the old fuel cap was.
Yeah.
But now you don't need it anymore. You just pop that up, go in here, and then you get in here, which is really hard to get to because I haven't finished it yet. And then you pop that off, and then you put your charger in there. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm going to cut this thing because you can't get your finger in there, so I'm just going to trim this down because you only use a little thread.
And two.
No. Just
Right.
get the
How are you going to get in there?
get the finger file and just put a so that you like.
Well, you could do that, I suppose. I don't know if I like it.
Is that a top tip?
No.
Top tips with Evan.
Wow.
What if somebody has bigger fingers than you?
No one's got bigger fingers than me. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, to be fair.
Well, what happens if you were that guy and tried to put this on the other way? Do you know, if you're that guy, you deserve to get your finger stuck. Anyway.
I got a bit carried away here and some awesome bent up brackets to relocate the charger port to the fuel cap on the original tank.
This is key ingredient because this saved my. Oh, this isn't the tyre. Sure, this ain't the tyres. You know what this is? That's so funny. This ain't the tyre. This is my new barbecue.
Ooh, yeah, very cool.
Ooh, buddy.
Ah, yeah, man, look at that. That looks naughty. Same shape paddles as we had on the other bike that we had. However, less of them. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 paddles this time. So so, same shape though, got that strength in the back, so
How many pedals did we have last time?
We had 14 pedals last time, despite it was heavier and had more power. So it's a lighter bike. So yeah, here's version 2 so far of our secret ingredient. This bike is, it just wheelies all the time. Flat out wheelies. So if we can move our center of gravity forward by extending the rear of the bike using these, which are version 2 of an axle extender, then we can accelerate harder and wheelie less. So paddle tire, axle extenders.
How's your drilled radiator, bro?
I'm sure it's very fun.
Yeah, I accidentally sent a drill through.
Yeah.
194 pounds because I was just not even in the. You know what we should do, Evan, while we're here? We should do a proper radiator flush and we should put Evan's waterless coolant in it because A, it dissipates heat better, and B, it has a higher boiling temp. Prevents overheating, hose bursting, boil over and corrosion.
This one has a motocross bike on it, so it's this one.
Well, formulated to hydroscopically absorb water whilst flushing loose dirt and scale, so this sucks all the water out. Traditional water-based coolants regularly cross the thermal boundary that separates efficient nuclear boiling from inefficient critical heat flux. Critical heat flux leads to localized film bonding and steam bubbles circulating throughout the cooling system, which often results in overheating, pre-ignition and power loss. My boiling point of power sports. Anyway,
What is the boiling point?
on the surface of the radiator, you get tiny little steam bubbles that reduces the efficiency of the cooling system. So if with waterless, you don't get those steam bubbles, so your liquid is really close against your radiator surface and you get a more efficient heat transfer. So this is my radiator mount. Ooh, nice. Ooh. These holes, do they give you trypophobia? So this literally bolts up like a factory CR500 now. So that comes out and then you get the seat cover. Time to get this radiator guard sorted. This will be the easiest bolt to cross thread. That wants to be formed a little bit around the fence. This is a 30-year-old subframe. Okay, look at this one. Nice, great, well.
Can we see the other one, please?
No, you can hear it's full of rust. Job. What do you reckon? So there, filler is now.
That can't live there.
Because you haven't got a seat driver, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course.
However, everything is mounted and everything is done. How does it feel? Feels higher than it was. Way more comfortable. Because that seat was nasty. This is solid. Oh, she works nice.
Feeble, bruh.
This is way more comfortable than it was.
Yeah?
It's so much more comfortable. But I feel like this is a good... It makes you want to sit here, the seat. Well, I just think that's how they were.
And then just think like with that all the way down there as well.
CR500s never did that.
Oh, seat's slippery.
What do you have to say, bro?
We need a, it's like we need a guts ribbed seat
Yeah,
cover.
careful of the seat, it's held on by sellotape. Oh, it looks sick!
It looks sick! Yeah, cool.
Whoa!
I was definitely higher than that.
We got video evidence in slow-mo, bro.
It would look... You wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Why is he trying to show off? Look.
I was definitely higher.
He's gonna hit the 180, bro. Waste, man.
These brakes are so good.
Bro, hit a 180. You won't right now.
180. It feels like a proper motocross bike now.
Feels like a proper motocross bike.
Like the Stark is so narrow. It kind of feels a bit like a toy.
New seat foam going on to get rid of that horrible old one, and now time for the stickers. Shout out to GP Graphics for hooking us up.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Know what I'm saying, know what I'm saying?
It's really hard.
I knew this one would be the hardest one.
And it's gonna have a little flap that comes down here, protects that shot from getting covered in this. And then once this is painted, we'll glue that on, which will stop the sand from getting in it. And if we do have sand issues with it, we can slide a sock over the top here.
Some tights.
Yeah.
And also, we have the Sand Deleter 5000s
Oh, we
come
do.
with.
Got walk guns.
This is gonna finish the entire bike.
Just
Sick. Oh man.
Those pink on it.
Evan, look.
I knew that was the right choice.
Oh, it looks so good.
This is going to burn many people's eyes, I'm sure. Oh, Dave's going to look at this and he's going to judge me.
Dave, in the comments, tell us what you think about this.
Dave, jump in the comments and tell me how much I'm going to ruin this.
Yo, express seat delivery.
Trimmy D.
Trimmy D. Trimmed up. Pink rib.
So bright out
I've
here,
just
bro.
literally been thinking on the way back here that I'm going to be riding on these pink ribs and I'm going to be very pleasured by it.
Yeah, it's purple.
Yeah, man.
Does it look like a 1995 CR500? Nearly.
It needs those bits that we talked about.
I reckon you put a boss.
I thought it'd look cool.
There's gold in them heels.
The gold in heel.
So we skipped ahead a bit. We sent the new radiator to get Cerakoted gold, and I'm not so sure about it. We also sent the welded subframe and rag guard for coating. I think this will really tie the bike together.
That was a faff. It actually took me about an hour, didn't it? Bit near.
It's about 2.
2 hours. Was it really?
It's an hour.
I was really engrossed in that one. We were having a nightmare trying to bleed to my new golden radiator.
Did GP Graphics ever charge us for these graphics?
No, they did not. So shout out GP Graphics, geezers, legends.
Did a good job. If you need your graphics for your dirt bike,
Should I check anything on this bike before I ride?
probably.
Or should I just send it?
You should wait a second, and then you should send it now.
When?
Now.
Oh man, this thing is so mentally fast. This is our secret weapon. This actually goes over the whole end. Saying's too small.
What? Look, calm down, alright?
Me?
Yeah.
What have I done?
I'm joining in with his stupidness.
So we got the paddle tyre on with the new Scoop Dog graphics. It's gonna look so sick with these axle extenders.
It's here, bro. No way.
Go next page.
What ridiculous f***ing...
Dobby, sir. Dobby the house elf.
Haven't seen this. It's no longer in there, it's in here.
What? That's awesome.
Just fill her up.
The 360-second bike off the production line. Oh, it's got no front brake as well.
Oh, brilliant.
So you know. You know when I bought this absolute Widowmaker? It's got no fucking brakes. I don't know, I've no idea about it. I've bought it completely sight unseen.
1986 Yamaha YZ490. What a sick bike. Big, loud, and completely unforgiving. This thing has raw torque with that gnarly air-cooled two-stroke hit. The suspension wasn't great, handling could get sketchy, but man, it had a lot of character.
I'll start. Third kick.
Oh, wants to go. Whoa.
Neither of the brakes work.
Look at the state of him. A bit wobbly.
It's a little bit wobbly, that's alright then. You can't jab it, you've got to push through. Can we go back to the bit where I kickstarted it third kick from 0? Can't do it.
This needed a fair bit of work. New master cylinder and lever sorted for the front brake. The seat cover needed redoing. All in filter sorted. Calipers needing a clean. New tyres and tubes and the dreaded rim locks.
Anyway, the last piece of the puzzle on this one was just to get the back brake line. So basically what I did was I moved that in about an inch. And that made it so. And I spaced that up as well, see that there? And I just put a bit of something on it just because it was sat so high. But I want it to go back to normal after the beach race because otherwise it's just completely unusable, isn't it, realistically? So, yeah. That's us locked in, ready to go. That looks wild, doesn't it? Locked in.
Right, so here it is. The final build of this monster Stark. The CR500E, or the Krak, or whatever you want to call it.
Look at us, we're saving the planet.
Why?
We're running our electric bike on dinosaurs.
Whoa.
So technically, it's a hybrid still. I'm not dragging that onto the beach. So my idea was put on some tracks, see if we can't tow it with its. Can you bless me? Bodywork.
Oh God.
This is going to be a popular thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about it now.
Send us to the sky, bro.
Okay then. Niles welded that. I've made this.
Whoa.
I tested it.
Oh my lord.
You need to give it a refreshing little lift. This is my ingenious attachment solution.
Technologia.
Technologia.
That's what I'm saying, yeah, look. It looks like Wally, bro.
Anyway, I found this file online, so I think what we'll do, I've just scaled them.
Nice. That's a pretty good model, isn't it?
They'll just sit like that and the eyes will be able to...
That's pretty sick. This serves no other purpose other than you think it's cool.
Yeah.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Only you could see what I'm seeing right now.
Wait, which way do I need to go? This way.
I'll just trailer it.
We need to make another pivot. How do you make another pivot that goes that way? Because
No.
I can't twist.
It doesn't.
Oh my god.
I'm scared.
This is unbelievable.
Oh, he started it. Yeah. I was like, wait, wait, I bump started it.
Oh my god.
So good.
Cool. Oh,
Really well.
yeah.
This is the most disgusting thing I've ever thought in my life.
What?
Sand paddle tire dragging this.
It works though.
It does work. Wally.
They look really good. How long have you been painting them for?
Well, I came in this morning. I've been in for about 12 minutes.
Okay.
So we still want to be able to see the fuel gauge.
Is it what?
It is small.
I think Wally ate too much, bro.
Evan had to get the next joint for the trailer build. Unlike a normal car trailer, this one needs to allow us to lean the bike over. So it needs 3 axes of pivot, up, down, left, right, and the roll axis for the bike to lean.
Well, there's one end. That can just have a little weld around there.
And we got to build, well, you have to build a bracket around the outside, right?
Something. 52 mil. Have to use this, which is a like a spacer that goes on the end of the crank of a Triumph bobber engine.
Whoa.
New trailing arm. So now the generator can do kick flips.
Do a kickflip. Get it. Get it on and test it.
Yeah, so got my nylocks now as well.
No way. Oh, so it's like, this is it.
This is done other than painting it.
Cool.
That in there. Do that up in a minute. And then I don't know if that'll go on because it's on the one. Just move the bike. Whoa. basically you get your knee down with the trailer on.
Very important business trip.
Jody's on a business trip. Right, and then well, you told me some stuff would turn up for the YZ over there, which is this Electron carb, which is beautiful, I must say. Isn't it? Look at that.
Get a little B-roll of it quickly.
Go on then, make it look fancy.
So next up, the Electron carb. This metering rod Electron carb does away with all the jets, so if we have any risk of getting sand in the motor or in the inlet system, we're not going to get blocked jets.
You see they have these stops?
Yeah. What is this? I don't understand.
A reed valve. So, I don't really know. I don't know enough about two-strokes. Controls the flow of air. So that obviously it's not just a great big open. I mean, you look how big that is.
Yeah. Jesus.
So it controls the amount of air going in as to how far open the throttle is.
New carb fitted, bike dialed in. And now it's time for you all to see the final beach race winning lineup. Last minute, yeah, new exhaust coming tomorrow. Yeah, we got let down by someone, so yeah.
Well, tell us about your kit, bro.
Oh yeah, the kit.
Oh my god.
You know, we wanted some vintage kit, but the thing is, like, everyone has like a Bell motor and stuff like that, so I thought, do you know what? We'll have some vintage colours, but we'll have it with modern kit. And then obviously we've got Thorn 100 jerseys that you can buy on the website right now as well, so.
Give us a spin on the jersey.
Racing team. Thorn 100 racing team. So you know what, it'd be really interesting to see how this is received on the beach as well. It's very modern, but it's retro inspired, so yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, guys. Okay guys, so here we go, my idea of a bit of crazy fun. We've got the Stark VARG, brand new, on the 17-inch Supermoto size wheels with the crazy Scoop Dog custom tyre, and then the rapid recharge / Wally unit at the end, which is just a bit of fun. I love the CR 500 classic two-stroke, and this is kind of the modern version of that, so it's really cool to be able to jump one of those onto the beach race, which would be cool. And then my idea of Facebook Marketplace, actually, my £3,000 purchase, the old YZ490, which I wasn't intending on using for the beach. However, it started like third kick, so I thought, you know what, let's just take it to the beach, enter it into the Scramblers class, and let's go and have some fun with that as well. So it's two super really interesting bikes, completely different to what we took last year, and just something that's a bit of fun. So I hope you guys are enjoying this video and you enjoyed the build. So this is just a build video. The next video that you'll see is going to be me racing on the beach. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn the alerts on to make sure you catch me on the beach, see how I get on, see what I get up to, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.